Okay, I was just making some changes to it. So, um, didn't know you all was live. I was doing some editing. So, since you're on, let's go ahead and get into the topic. Hop into the topic. I just did some credit. Came from the gym. All at the same, all at the same time. So this has been a somewhat busy evening. Uh, Trying to fix just my shirt according to the camera. Trying to make it look straight. I think it is now. So come on in, hit the share button for me. Do your do now. Take some action. Hello, Martin. Hello, Emery. I know the presidential debate is still on. So just want to hop on real quick and make this quick point. I don't know about you all, but I am from the South, right? And one a famous, phrase that people slang around and throw around in the South is they're always ripping and running. Always ripping and running. What are you doing? I'm always ripping and running. Trying to make a dollar, right? Trying to make a dollar out of 15 cents, right? Always ripping and running. And I heard someone reference to that today. And I came up with the title that I wanted to share on this live stream is you can't rip and run and be rich, right? You cannot rip and run and be rich. As you all are coming in, hello, hello, hello. What do I mean by that, right? What do I mean by that is, give me 1 second to get this going as I'm looking down. Okay, you can't rip and run and be rich. You cannot rip and run and be rich. What I mean by that is so often we have been subconsciously trained to do things solo, right? To do things on our own. As it relates, let me take you back to your education experience, right? K through 12, and then maybe 2 years of some type of college and or university, right? Through your K through 12 experience, let's focus on K through 12 and K through 12 only. You were pretty much taught to do things solo, even though your natural spirit or personality was to help, right? Your natural spirit or personality was to help. It is well documented. It's well documented in the public school systems that the classrooms with the higher performing students, right, the more honor classes, teachers teach in a different way than the non-honors classes, or students that are not successful academically, right? And the success of teachers that teach students who perform well academically comes from allowing students to do peer-to-peer tutorial or peer-to-peer learning, right? Peer-to-peer learning. What does that mean? A high-performing teacher whose students excel well academically, classroom will often look like this. Students are allowed to work in groups. They often ask open-ended questions, meaning it's just not one answer. It requires the students to use their creative mind, right? The right side of their brain is more than one answer, and it's oftentimes just not one correct answer. The students are allowed to sit together, socialize together, and to discover, right? Discover answers together. Correct, Martin. It is very much a team concept, right? It is very much a team concept. And this is why in the public school systems, I opted to be a coach, right? I opted to be a coach because I understand and I love team concept. I do not like individualism. It's well documented that individualism does not work for the creative mind and the learning process. So now you have children that have been pretty much trained to think and interact this way, and those children become adults. Now, right, they acquire a job that is very much systematic the way their schooling experience is. And so when you present opportunities for them to engage in group economics, to understand the difference between leveraged income versus labor income, right? Everything except the blessing flower. I never did get why so many people got scammed in the blessing flower, right? However, when you present a legal documented 1099 business opportunity, right? Their first mindset is that this must be a pyramid scheme. And it's all by design, right? Most people understand. Mars says, Coach D. Tougaloo Finest, thank you so much. I am a graduate of the Tougaloo College in Jackson, Mississippi, a private HBCU. So when it comes to coaching and getting experts in place, people understand this most time in every area of their of their life, except when it comes to finances. Except when it comes to finances. So, sorry about the background noise. So, for example, if you need a lawyer, right? People would get legal advice. They would be almost afraid or intimidated to go to court without having a legal attorney to represent them. When it comes to their health, people understand that they need a doctor, right, to dissect and to diagnose their health issues, right? However, when it comes to their credit, they feel like that they can take the advice of any person that's willing to give it to them, right? I'm gonna see, can I pull this up? I had a debate, or maybe it was not a debate, rather a discussion with someone I did not know on Facebook. And that discussion came about because this person was seeking credit repair. And someone, as I'm trying to find it, or a person that I did not know, informed that person. So if I can find that post, I would definitely share it with you. Okay. And this is the thing. Oftentimes, this is something else. Oftentimes, a comparison of repairing your own credit is often made or made to, people can fix their own vehicles. That's not true. People can change their own oil, but if they're having engine issues, right, that's bigger than what they have been trained for or exposed to, right, then they take that to a mechanic, whether it's a shade tree, right, or a mechanic that's legally set up shop. However, they take it someone who has expertise, right, and experience, right? And so I found the post. Let me share it with you on Facebook. And the post asks or reads, let me share my screen. And this is the problem. People don't value financial education, even though and you know why they don't value? Because it's not taught in schools. Anything that's taught in a formal education environment trains people to value that and that only. So you have to you have to be a learner of self-knowledge, informal education, right? I forgot the famous philosopher that said that formal education will earn you a living, right? Will earn you a living, but self-education, or was it a career? Formal education will earn you a career, right? But self-education will open the doors for you for wealth. And I don't think I'm quoting it exactly correct, but I'll Google it and give you a correct quote for it so I can be accurate. So this is the post on Facebook, and it reads, I need to start getting my credit together. I have been ignoring it for too long. I have medical bills, right? Again, I said that if you have health issues, you will go to a doctor. But if you have medical bills on your credit report, people will tell you you can do this on your own. And student loans in default. Anyone know of legit programs or resources to help me get my financial house in order? I am ready to give this serious attention. So someone tagged my name in, and I thank that person for the recommendation. However, these people began giving response like this, which Dave Ramsey does not even teach about credit or taxes. Dave Ramsey, Total Money Makeover is a potential foundation. Dave Ramsey teaches nothing about credit, will not be able to help her with medical bills or student loans. The question asks, has anyone used any of these services personally, got good results? Do the disputed infractions come back? Let me see. One person said, I have. She helped me increase my score 100 points. Folks, I refer to her as well. So out of all the people that's giving recommendations, only one person personally has experience. Now, this is what somewhat interests me, right? So you can you can send your own letters off. Don't pay anyone $200+. Let me tell you all, $200 is cheap to get student loans and medical bills deleted. However, for what you can do for free, whatever you're paying them, you can go towards debt, right? Use Dave Ramsey's snowball method to pay off the debt and use letters to dispute old accounts in default. Didn't give any advice on what type of letters. Use Dave Ramsey's snowball method to pay off debt. Dave Ramsey's snowball method to pay off debt is the inclusion of having 2 jobs. Now, let me tell you why having 2 jobs will not work now in 2020, not just because people are millions are filing for unemployment and thousands are losing jobs, right? But I tell people all the time, you will never get ahead financially with 2 jobs. And this is why. You work from January to April, right? I don't know if his Zeus is on or not, but he pointed out that's why the tax deadline is April the 15th. So you can pay Uncle Sam, the IRS, the feds, right? This is why 2 jobs will never work. I uploaded a video from the famous Dick Gregory, may he rest in peace, who also stated 2 jobs, right? If you show me somebody that has 2 jobs, I'll show you a person who has no money. Let me state that again. If you show me a person who has 2 jobs, I would show you a person who has no money. Curtis says, formal education will make you a living. Yes, that's correct. That's what I was trying to say. Why self-education will make you wealth. But I think let me make sure I have the quote. Formal education. I can formal education will earn is by the famous Mr. Jim Rohn. I knew it was um, a famous philosopher. Formal education, right, will make you a living. Wow, and I must remember this. Self-education will make you a fortune. So let me share this quote with you. Formal education will make you a living, while self-education will make you a fortune. So that's the quote that I was trying to state. So Curtis says, good credit gives you the power to have financial capacity to take care of your family. It does. And it also gives you an opportunity to pass on generational wealth as well. So these people on Facebook are commenting concerning student loans and medical bills on a credit report referencing Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey, personally, I think he's a great person, but he has been the worst things for the middle class and the poor working class. So I comment student loans, if reported inaccurate, can be permanently deleted. I've deleted hundreds. I think some more education or false information was that student loans could not be deleted. Deletion, however, in student loans does not mean discharge. And honestly, I didn't even try to go back and forth, right? But I want to bring this out. All of this information she's getting from people that have no firsthand knowledge. Look at all the Dave Ramsey's financial piece. Has nothing to do with credit. He doesn't teach about credit. He doesn't even like credit. He doesn't even believe in leveraging your credit to build wealth. Now, I will state this. Many people abuse credit and they use it inaccurately, but that does not prevent or stop me from teaching them the correct way to use it. Many people do not understand the concept of income shifting because, as I pointed out earlier, they are so trained and accustomed through K through 12 educational experience, right? They indoctrinate you to this at an early age, right? Kindergarten, and introduce this to you. And so it's indoctrinated and ingrained in an early age. And if you don't seek out the self-education and mentors and coaches, right, then you will never be woke. You will never come in terms to the truth. You will never discover the light, right? It's like the Matrix. Do you want to take the red pill or the blue pill? Mars says you work for, and Curtis, a third of taxes, a third of debt, and a third of inflation. And this is what you're not taught in schools, right? And so now you want to work alone, solo, labored income, right? You can't even pay yourself first because out of your paycheck, not only is taxes, you have FICA, Social Security, Medicare, you have your health insurances, you have disability check protection, some people, you have pensions and 401ks, and then you have other insurances for your vehicles, for your home, for your apartment, right? Renter's insurance, et cetera, et cetera. And when you have these residual bills and accounts due, and you don't understand that working January to April is keeping you broke May through December, then you will forever stay in this cycle or circle of always struggling or hustling backwards. And so people won't take the time to seek out a true financial education and strategies. They're always ripping and running and seeking free advice when it comes to their finances. When it comes to your finances, free will always have you broke in most cases. When I went to the gym today, I made an observation. I saw that all of the employees of the gym, none of them were obese, right? Many times, people that are obese or overweight have always tried to consult me or advise me on what I can do to lose weight. However, I never took that advice seriously, and neither could my subconscious mind digest what they were saying or receive what they were saying, right? Because I'm looking at their outer body and outer appearance. And they will always tell me things like, well, you can learn something from anybody. You can learn something from people that's overweight. You can also learn something from people that's broke. I don't want to learn your bad habits, right? I want to learn good habits. I want to learn good habits. And so I noticed that even in the fitness world, it understands that we must put experts out front to market the results that the people that walk into this gym want to achieve. But in the finance world, right, broke people will listen to broke people. And they will never put themselves in position to get mentorship or coaching. And they're so busy ripping and running. They're so busy seeking knowledge. They're so busy wanting to be that A student. You know, the A student is the one that's always know the answer, right, in class. The other students can't have an opportunity to respond because the A student always wants to display or showcase their intellect and intelligence. However, one of the most powerful books that I ever read is by Robert Kiyosaki, and it's titled Why A Students, right? Why A Students Work for B Students. Let me show you this. Why A students work for B students. And this is why A students, or people that even come on my live stream, that know all the answers, right? But they're not taking any actions. They're still employees. They get a paycheck. They understand it. You work a third for your taxes, but they haven't even shifted their income themselves. See, the strategy is called income shifting. Shifting that money from the government and shifting it back to you. But a lot of people that comment on my live streams, they are still, even though they understand it, they can regurgitate the information. They have not applied it. See, knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. So this book is titled Why A Students Work for C Students and B Students Work for the Government. See, it always seems important to be committed to school, to get good grades, to find jobs that provide good pay, pursue master's degrees, right? Doctorate degrees. That's one of the, and I couldn't find it in the post, but one of the ladies posted a screenshot of her resume. She had a degree in biology and chemistry. And I said, a biology and chemistry degree does not make you an expert to give people financial advice, right? So here's the catch, people. Education does not offer you every single thing you must learn. It doesn't offer you real financial literacy. It definitely doesn't offer you financial application strategies and skills, right? And you still have people that get really good grades, they find a job and they earn a high living, a good living, and they continue on their higher educational endeavors, yet they still end up in debt and spend a major part of their lives worrying about their financial issues. Because the truth be told, all of us want a worry-free life, working on our dreams, our careers, earning much to support whatever our desires are, whatever luxuries we want. Everybody wants to owe no man nothing, as the Bible say, but to love them, not to be in debt. They want reliable retirement funds. I'm telling you, our pensions are going to be just as devastating as 401ks. You know, it was a time that working a job, such as a teacher for 25 years, and receiving a pension was what you aimed for. That was the goal, right? Now, that pension payment does not take you, or your monthly payment from your pension is you're unable to financially live off of in retirement and to actually enjoy your life. That's why so many teachers retire, and then you see them standing and saying, "Welcome to Walmart." Or you see them retiring and then come back in the school systems to work part-time as a substitute teacher. Kevin says, great information, sister, on credit income shifting. It's a time-tested wealth building principle, philosophy, great information. Thank you so much. And that's why my channel really don't get a lot of views, because people would rather have entertainment than education. They will rather live in a reality. They will rather live in a false pretense. They will rather not be told that it's their fault about their financial situation, because they refuse to take action, right? Than to deal with their reality. See, truth be told, it takes discipline and it takes an open mind to change your mindset and for income shifting, right? I never really wrapped around my mind, how can you tell someone that someone is robbing them of their labor, their time, and their money, and they will not take action? And so then you have so many people, exactly, Curtis, when you pay professional service, your credit or situation is resolved fast. Curtis is on it. That is so true, Curtis. In order to shift your income back to you, you are the corporation. Many people say, I'm not a corporation. I am a person. Then why does your job call you human resource? Why, when you apply for that job, you have to apply and be hired through human resource? You are a human resource. That's why when you have issues on a job, you report it to HR, human resource, because you are the government, which is a bigger corporation, human resource, and you're the economic slave, and they get your paycheck before you do, right? It's not lack of knowledge, it's lack of applied knowledge, I believe, more. So yes, inflation eats your money, which is the increased rising pricing. And then each 10 years, the family needs to double their income for purchasing power. So 50,000 exactly becomes 25,000. And you tell people that if you earn, for example, 100,000 a year, you're getting taxed on 64,000. And then you have residual bills like insurances that you have to pay, right? It's illegal to drive a vehicle without insurance. And if you do not get insurance on yourself or your family, you have medical issues, then you definitely will be in debt because medical expenses are astronomical. And the only way you can afford good medical and health care is with insurance. So people don't understand. And you know what it is? People are also trained to get paid either once a week, bi-weekly, or once a month. And so the concept of working a job 40 years and broke, you're going to work 2 jobs to be broke. You're going to rip and run to be broke because you are trying to do things on your own. Some people do not want to invest hundreds in a business that will return thousands. Oh, I don't want to spend $100 on this. Oh, I don't want $200. No, I don't want to spend that. But you're telling me that you have a business mindset that you want to make thousands. And some people go as far to say millions, right? Millionaire mindset, but you can't invest hundreds. Does not work like that, people. It does not work that way. Jesus says, yes, Queen, that's why I get so mad. I hate fake prank channels that get more views than education channel. And that's fine because everyone wants the shiny objects, right? Everyone wants to know what's the next hot credit card. But your credit does not even qualify you to get accepted or approved to get that credit card. You'll watch channels all day talk about a breakdown of, wow, go to this credit union. They're giving away 25K credit cards. American Express have these benefits. Chase have the new credit card. Anything like that. Get thousands of views, but yet your credit is not in position to get it. And so now you have people that work 2 jobs and they lose not only time freedom from their family or from themselves, but they lose the freedom to discover themselves, right? And what their true purpose in life, because they're making someone else rich and they're now double paying in the taxes, right? To the federal, to FICA. And now they are so afraid of the bad debt decision that they made that they would even be celebratory that they have a 10 or 20 year debt elimination plan. In 20 years, I'll be debt free. In 10 years, I'll be debt free. And you know what a lot of people do to be debt free? Again, I went live yesterday and I talked about that rich and wealthy people file chapter 11 bankruptcies, but not chapter 7 or 13. However, if it was me and I had come into the truth and come into the knowledge and I accumulated bad debt, one way to get rid of that without breaking my back, working 2 jobs, would be through bankruptcy. And I definitely will learn now how to use debt to invest, right? And not to be a consumer. It's a difference between consumer debt and investing debt. Credit says the 25K credit card will not fix poor spending habits. Exactly. It will only make you more what you are. If you abuse the $5,000 credit card or a $1,000 credit card, you're definitely going to abuse a $25,000 credit card. And so if you don't get the right financial advice or help, right, that means that bankruptcy will remain on your credit report. And do you know the main two things that I dislike or the cons about bankruptcy is that it can prevent people from being home buyers and also prevent them from gaining business credit. Now, yes, it will help you discharge bad debt at a quicker rate. However, it will also stop you from acquiring good debt, right? And having control over where you live. See, whether you want to buy a home short term or rent a home, right, for tax write-offs, because rich people, many of them don't buy houses. They look at that 30-year or 15-year loan by the bank as a Ponzi scheme or a product to where people have to pay double the amount of the mortgage loan that they receive. So a lot of rich and wealthy people rent their homes and houses and residential estates, and they use their rent for tax deductions. Everything with the rich and wealthy is tax laws. I heard some of the presidential debate, and Joe Biden reflected that President Trump, what he said about his taxes, that he said he was smart and that he's using the tax game. And I'm listening and looking at Joe Biden like I would agree. These are the laws of the land. This is constitutional, what he's doing. Business owners, Jeff Bezos, millionaires, will never pay taxes because they understand that real estate and businesses is the pathway to keep more of the money that they make, to pay less taxes to the IRS, and to become wealthy. Some people think it's patriotic to pay taxes. Listen, only the state taxes in your state is being used to better your roads and communities, not your federal taxes. So you need to do your reading and research to see why, which federal taxes was just implemented in 1936, and who federal taxes is being paid to. Brit says, I'm a little annoyed because some of these things I'm not getting. I feel like a first grader being given a college workbook. And you even have a first grader look like classroom picture as your profile picture. Yeah, just keep watching, because I know this is like Greek to a lot of people, right? But you have to keep watching, and then you have to do things like the rich and wealthy do, is they read more books, right? They read more books. So you have to be an avid reader on things of this topic as well. So you have Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, individuals who have no college degree or university degree that found their way into wealthy lives and spread their knowledge and joy to the world. And so again, this is one good book you can definitely read. I'll share this with you. Amazon is Robert Kiyosaki. Why A students work for C students and B students work for the government. Rich Dad Guide to Financial Education for Parents, how to give your child a financial head start without giving them the money. Robert Kiyosaki. Also, reading Rich Dad Poor Dad if you have not read that. So he also created the cash flow game to educate people, children, about financial management, about and while having fun. And so Robert Kiyosaki is my indirect mentor, and I have a direct mentor in my home-based business as well. Curtis said, I have been in credit 5 years and reading Robert Kiyosaki over 10. Okay, she said she's ordering. She's going to read that tonight. So this is, for me, a quick live stream. I just wanted to Martin, that's good. I never thought of it that way. He said, I like the play on words with chase freedom and discover. I know. Discover that you're broke and chase freedom. Right? And then Martin, we have to add in master, right? MasterCard. They master you if you don't. Credit and debt will master you if you don't learn how to master it. Just point blank. And so will your money. And so will your money. And so, but again, I always encourage people to do your own credit. Please, by any means. And once you see, right, once you see that it's not as easy as you think, and that 40 million Americans have bad credit for a reason, and that the credit agencies make billions of dollars off of your bad credit, and without having expertise and experts in place and mentors and coaches, that they're just not going to freely take those chains off of you and free you with your credit, right? I'm telling you, big businesses know how to market to people. They know you better than you know yourself. That's why they have Halloween. That's why they're marketing Black Thursday. As my mentor just did a live stream and said, they now have Brown Thursday, where people used to eat on Thanksgiving. Now the day before Thanksgiving, and even on Thanksgiving, they go out and shop, right? Or they cut the family Thanksgiving meal short because they want to go to bed early to awaken Friday to get up and get the best deals. These big businesses market to you and your lack of financial education and not having a woke mindset. But people, let me tell you, networking and leverage income over labored income is the only way to wealth. Not solo, not sole proprietorship, but you have to learn to keep, or you have to apply keeping more of the money that you labor for. There's nothing wrong with having a job. The problem lies in the job having you. I'll say that again. There's nothing wrong with having a job, but the problem lies in a job having you. Because poverty, people, is a big business in America. Poverty is a big business in America. Dave Ramsey, Suze Orman teach you to do it by yourself, and that's why you're broke. That's why you're broke. So I just want to share this with you. You need a system, you need mentorship, you need expertise. Time is money. And what the poor working middle class and the poor working class don't understand is that rich people want their money up front. They want to put their money to work. They're not chasing money. They're not ripping and running. They're not working harder for their money than their money is working for them. Right? Yes, privacy is the industry and it's a big business. Mars says chase freedom from or with your MasterCard and Discover by American Express. But look, I'm not against Discover. You know why? Because my Discover card bought me my first rental property. Graduate from college, had a Discover card, used the balance transfer check. Discover helped me discover real estate. Got the property for $5,000. It was listed for $9,000, and sold it for over $90,000. Discover helped me discover real estate. It's all about what you do with it. All about your education. All about your mindset. Right? And so rich people want their money up front. The poor working middle class take what's left after FICA, federal, state, and insurances come out of their paycheck. That's not how rich people operate. So ask yourself this question. How much more money would you have if you could lower your tax liability? How much more money would you have to operate on from paycheck to paycheck, from week to week, if you could lower your tax liability? Wealthy people understand money is time. That is so true. And wealthy people understand that they are assets as well. Their intellectual property, their skills, their time, and they want their money up front, right? So thank you so much for tuning in. Mars says, how long did it take me to discover what strategy? I was out of college. I got cards and sheets, zero down real estate course. Honestly, I had a mind, I had the mindset of you can get the course for 30 days and you can return it at 100% refund. So I said, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna get this course, and 25 days, then I'm gonna return and get my refund. But then when it helped me shift my mindset, and I made that first investment at 21 years old, right? It was well worth the whatever hundreds of dollars I spent back then to get it. So Discover helped me discover real estate. And it helped me to get my first investment property. So I'm all for Discover, right? However, what I'm not for is people that say, I help people get this much in credit and that much in credit. But you can't help people get assets. You can't help people get into a home-based business. They're paid. The number one reason why people have bad credit is because they have negative cash flow. And I soon had to learn that me helping people with credit without educating them how to get a third of their paycheck so they can start bringing home 50 to 60 cents on the dollar will continuously have these people coming to me for credit repair and restoration. So now I combine the best of both worlds. I help people with their cash flow so they don't continue to be in the cycle of using credit or debt in the wrong way. And now they can use credit and debt the right way and increase cash flow. Right. I just told you more about 30 days. It took me 30 days to get the house after I got the cards and sheets program. So Discover helped me discover real estate. And MasterCard helped me master my credit to get access. And Chase Freedom helped me get 0% interest rate, balance transfer, and able to liquidate credit into cash. And it has helped free me financially. Hey, this is Queen of Credit, just a short video. Here's to your health and your wealth, your peace and prosperity. Queen of Credit out.